Welcome to Cultivating Conversations, a series with Cultivating Truth where we get to sit down with artists, talk about different projects that's going on with them, new, fresh ideas, topics. We want to stay relevant, and we want you to know about what's going on with the networking artists and creatives in the Aletheia Legacy Circle. Today, we are going to be sitting down with Crown of Life, and that is JT and Mary, who are a couple who have devoted their life's work in order to evangelize using worship ministry. Today, we're going to hear a little bit more about the song New Beginnings, the fresh single that just came out yesterday if you're listening to this live. And it is a fantastic song, and it's the leading single off of their upcoming album, also called New Beginnings. So excited to get to introduce to the world my good friends JT and Mary from Crown of Life. How are you guys doing?
Hey man, how are you?
Oh, I am doing great. Thank you so much for sitting down with me and being able to have this conversation. You know, one of the things that we want to do is just to be able to sit down with artists in a relaxed setting, don't have to worry about all this big production, and just talk about what's going on easily. And so you guys have had a big week, right?
We have. Our single just released yesterday, New Beginnings. So we are super excited about that. It's just a piece of what's to come later on in the year of the New Beginnings album. So we're excited about that. We've been in and out of studio working on it. And so it's been a long time coming for this to get a debut album out. So yeah, we've been working on this album. Some of these songs go back all the way to 2014. So it's definitely a long time coming, and super excited. So if you haven't already, go check out New Beginnings.
First and foremost, let me say I love the song. I love it, love it, love it. When I first heard, I think, the teaser on Instagram, I loved the harmonies and just the general melody of the song, and we can go into that. But first, for those who just do not know you guys, tell me a little bit about Crown of Life. Who is Crown of Life?
Yeah, okay. So Crown of Life is JT and my wife Mary. We're from Campbellsville, Kentucky. We've been together, since 2012, into 2012, and been singing together ever since. The Lord definitely brought us together, and super happy about that. Couldn't be more pleased with who He's put me with to do ministry. And so yeah, we've just been traveling and singing together and loving every minute of it.
Now, you use the choice words ministry. So not just we love performing, you say the word ministry.
Yeah. It's an evangelistic music ministry is the way that I put it out there, because, you know, it's not just, hey, check out our songs and hey, look at us play on stage. You know, these are the gifts and talents that the Lord has given us to do His work. So it's a ministry, man.
Oh, absolutely. We go back to what? I think we met each other maybe about 10, I guess no more than 10 months, like probably 16.
I think it's a year ago. Yeah.
Yeah, because we met each other before the summer really got into session, and we prepped for our mission trip to Kenya. Yeah, I got to do some video work and some workshops, preach a little bit, and you guys got to go on tour all throughout Kenya. I mean, golly, how many stages did you guys perform over there?
I don't know. It was a bunch. It was like you were getting, pulled out of a car, minister, put back in a car, and drive across Kenya. It seemed like.
Fully understand that. Those were fun days. So since then, I know that from private conversations that we've had, you have been very intentional about writing music and excited about this upcoming album. So, where have we gone since we've last chatted during those days in Kenya?
So we were inspired when we went to Kenya because it's a beautiful country, and we fell in love with everything about Africa. And whenever we came back home, we went to different churches to sing and to tell them about our trip to Africa. And whenever we were at a church in Tennessee, we were telling the congregation about how we went on the mission trip to Kenya, and we were able to feed the orphans, and we were able to go to all sorts of poverty areas in Kenya, and we were able to just love on the people over there. And when we were sharing with them at the church in Tennessee, a man came up to me afterwards, and he said that he looked at me and he said, the national bird in Kenya has 8 colors. And so I was like, okay. And I just kept listening, and he said 8. 8 means new beginnings, new grinnings. And so that stuck with me. And then whenever I went home to look up the national bird in Kenya, it's this beautiful lilac-breasted roller bird, and it has 8 colors within the bird. And the 8 colors kind of represent the number 8 for our album, New Beginnings. And so we based a lot of the songs on the album off of that, from what the Lord kind of downloaded in us about new beginnings. And this is new beginnings for us in our ministry. We're stepping out. This is our first album that we've released. These are new songs that we've released, and I'm just excited to see where God is taking us on this journey.
Yeah, we can't wait until all the other 7 get out, because I know that if you enjoyed this one, the ones to come they're right up there with it. So.
Let me ask, this song "New Beginnings," as I said earlier, I love the flow. Mary, you always surprise me because you have such that little that little like small sweet voice, and then you get up there and the power just comes out. I remember thinking that since the very first moment that we've met, and this is you did not hold back on this song. I think that you did a fantastic job. Whoever you guys went with production and whatnot, they did a great job also just getting that recording and all that. So I'm so excited to hear the album. Does this song, you think, represent the entirety of the album? What are we to expect?
Yeah, for sure. All of the songs are intertwined together. They're all biblically based. Obviously, they're all tied together with a Bible verse from where the Lord downloads the lyrics into Mary or myself. So they're all tied into that. But yes, New Beginnings definitely is the main stitch through all 8 songs. And so basically, that's kind of what we wrapped around the album. With is the New Beginnings. Like I said, it's the title track. So definitely, whenever the other 7 get finished on mixing and get the album released, that's just what to come.
Awesome.
So there's 8 songs total on the album as well. So that's really neat.
And that's inspired by the Kenyan bird, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So 8 is something that you'll be seeing a lot of, obviously. It released on 8/8. There's 8 tracks on the album, 8 colors in the bird. And if you haven't seen that bird, go and check it out online. And just amazing colors in that bird. just amazing to see God's creation, right?
So. Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about just the composition of the song. I love what you guys have done, like I said, with the melody of it. I think it's really catchy. I think it's entertaining. And that's the cool thing about, making art, right? Is you can tell biblical truths. Yeah. My default definition, many people who run in my circles can even quote it, but, art is the ability to express oneself in which mere words are just simply not enough and they cannot explain. But obviously you have words here, but I love the catchiness of the track. And specifically, I'm thinking of the chorus where, you say, me and you and me, there's nothing in between, you and me and you, there's nothing we can't do. And then, I'm not going to destroy all of our ears right now by singing the do's, but I thought that you guys did a fantastic job. Any specific inspiration on what gave you guys that breakdown for the chorus?
Okay, so the chorus basically is talking about just crossing the Jordan and working with God. So in Philippians 4:13, it says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And so that's what I am referring to in that line. Me and you and me, there is nothing in between. So basically, I'm saying that, okay, God, with you, all things are possible. And I think that's applicable to everyone, that whatever ministry you're doing or wherever you are in life, you can do all things through Christ if you put him first in your life.
That's right. And it's so much easier to wrap up what the Lord tells us and put it into a song, because that's what he's called us, it seems like, to do. So yeah, and each one of these have, like a lot of songs do tell a story, and that's where we kind of find ourselves with our original songs, of telling stories. And some of these other ones that are to come out on the full album, that's what they do. They tell the story, biblical story, life story, whatever it may be, and it ties it all back to the Lord.
And I think the cool thing is that it's a prayer, right? I mean, the chorus, you're communicating with God right now. You're not talking to your boyfriend, you're not talking to your spouse, your friend. This is a prayer to the Lord and a reflection, I think, of his promise and his goodness. And so giving people an opportunity to, sing about that, I'm thinking when I first listened to it, I was at home, and then just, having it now in the car, being able to listen to it. For one, I think it's great has replayability. But thinking of that chorus is I'm talking to Christ, and me and you and me, there's nothing that we can't do. It's definitely an encouraging and positive message that in the midst of so many discouragement or art that, tears us from Christ, I think that this is good in restoring us to that, which the very end, I think the bridge, right? It's tearing down those idols, tear down my addictions, anything that separates us. So I think you guys do a fantastic job with that.
Well, a little insight on, and whenever you mentioned that, a little insight on the chorus side of it, we had them thoughts of first wanting to do it as a duet, because we do a lot of, obviously, songs as a duet that you'll hear on the full album whenever the other songs get released. But that was something that we talked about.
You can sing, JT?
Huh?
I said, you can sing, JT?
Yes, I can not only just play the guitar.
I'm just playing.
This song, we were like, if we do it as a duet, it almost, like you mentioned, sounds like we're talking boyfriend-girlfriend stuff here or whatnot. So we definitely scaled back and was like, all right, this is to Christ and Christ only.
I love that. Taking that mark.
Yeah, we want that to be clear even in the recording of the track. So
yeah.
So it sounds like a lot of thought was going into it, minus not just the words, but the overall production, everything.
Oh, yeah.
Well, fantastic.
Yeah, for sure.
Fantastic. So I'm hearing a little bit of a kind of a country twang in the music, which country music I feel like is getting bigger than it's ever been. Would you guys label yourself a country music artist, or how would you describe your style and what you guys are going for?
Everybody seems to ask that, and then I feel silly whenever I don't have just a straight answer. I definitely don't think we're full Southern gospel. We're definitely more towards the CCM side with the, as you mentioned, country sound, because we did utilize a lot of country instruments that you'll hear a lot more on the other tracks as well in the album. But that's one thing going in, that we knew we loved the sound of these country instruments, and we kind of grew up in the country setting. Not so much music maybe, but just farming and different stuff like that. And I come from a Southern gospel background, and bluegrass gospel even. So all of these instruments are built into our life as we hear them, and we wanted them to be portrayed on the album in maybe not their traditional way. So that's the reason why you might hear the steel, you might hear the dobro, banjo, just anything, and go, oh, I didn't know that instrument could be played like that or something, But yes, most definitely. And as far as like where we are as a sound, I don't know. We definitely lean towards more CCM, even though this may not be your praise music. We eventually want to do, we're praying for that second coming album eventually in life to be more of a worshipful album. But this is us, this album that's getting ready to come, this New Beginnings, that's out now, streaming everywhere. I mean, that's the sound that is pure Crown of Life, I guess, of deep rooted Crown of Life sound. And we're excited that they were able to. We had some awesome musicians that helped out on this down in Nashville, man. Some of them guys, or all of them guys, are just spot on. Like, you tell them what you're hearing, and then they just go in and make the magic happen. It's definitely the Lord for sure, because what we were hearing, and for them to be able to pick it up and play it like that is amazing. Couldn't thank them enough.
Oh man. All right. So insider information here. Okay. I know we didn't prep for this in the pre-production meeting, but is Crown Hymn going to be on the album?
It is.
Yes.
And so that.
And there's a surprise.
Yeah, there is.
We don't want to tell too much.
Yeah, we're not going to tell about the surprise.
Did I reveal too much?
Yeah, no, you're fine. No, Crown Hymn.
We can cut.
No, Crown Hymn will be on the album. Excited about getting that one out, because we have, as you know, we've been doing that one out live for, probably close to a year now. And I'm telling you, that one has, it's an easy song, I guess, to pick up. And I think New Beginnings will be too, as we get to playing it out live. But Crown Hymn has been one that the audience just is able to pick up, after the first chorus, it seems like, and be able to almost sing it back to you without even lyrics, So yeah, we're super excited about how that one turned out as well, and about the surprise that will be on there too, to make it a very special album.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, well, it sounds like we got an exclusive cut from this interview, so very much looking forward to that in the entire album. Okay, so what do we need to know, and what do we need to do in order to stay connected? If I like New Beginnings, I like you guys, maybe it's through this interview, what do I got to do next in order to support you all?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, you can be in prayer for us first off, and safe travels as we are going around and spreading the gospel, because you just never know. Like we have a song out, Highway 55, that Mary shares about her loved ones and family that were killed in the crash. You just never know what might happen as you're traveling the roads, or just anytime in life. You just got to be ready to go meet Jesus. So prayer, you can support by just maybe following on socials, different things, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, stuff like that. The website is out there as well. It's crownoflife.us. We try to stay up to date on that and push out as much tour dates information on there. Facebook is a little more up to date, it seems like, and whatnot. But yeah, all of them you can kind of keep up to date where we might be. There is a tab on the website or you can just go through Facebook as well if you would like to host us at your church event venue to minister there. And we would love to be with you in that, because that's our heart. That's our heart to travel. Whenever I first used the word evangelistic, that's the evangelistic music ministry is what we're called into. We're not called to be stagnant somewhere. Traveling, whether that be abroad like we did in Kenya, or whether that be here stateside.
Okay. So I can share you with other churches. I can send this, and you are open to traveling and touring and ministering.
For sure, yeah. Just and you'll reach out and get with the team to figure out travel and stuff like that, and get the dates lined out to wherever the Lord's calling us. That's kind of that's the season we're in. Wherever the Lord sends us. So.
Where you lead, I'll follow.
That's right. Where you lead, I'll follow.
Perfect.
That's a spoiler in another song. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm here for all the spoilers. All right. I'm ready for it.
That's right.
Well, fantastic, guys. I'm so excited about this upcoming album. I love New Beginnings. And if this is just a glimpse at what we are to anticipate, I'm anticipating a lot of blessings. I think that your faithfulness is going to show. I think it's already coming out in this song. And I'm excited to see how the Lord is going to continue to use you guys and where he's going to send us. And the second the album becomes available, I'm going to put that pre-save in, and I'm going to be on the lookout for that. And I'll go ahead and vow to do that as well, is that we will continue to stay in contact, and through all of Aletheia Legacy and Cultivating Truth websites, when the next single or when the album comes out on pre-sale, pre-save, we'll definitely be able to tell people about that and say, hey, go support Crown of Life as one of our networking artists. We appreciate you guys and excited to see what the Lord is going to continue to do.
Man, thank you again for having us. This has been great.
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, so you guys just got to hear from JT and Mary from Crown of Life and hear about their latest single, New Beginnings. Once again, go download that song. Do them a favor by streaming it, saving it to your playlist on Spotify, however you listen to your music. We need more positive, encouraging Christian music that's out there, that's allowing us to focus on Christ and allowing us to understand our place in this world. And I think that Mary and JT from Crown of Life do a fantastic job with this song. So be sure to go follow them, check out their latest stuff. Thank you guys for listening, and I appreciate you guys checking out a fellow band within the Aletheia Legacy Artist Network. This has been a great first episode of Cultivating Conversations. We are excited to have more. Blessings.